Let's talk about Jupiter, solar system's most questionable planet. We know some shit about this. Like, wow. Jupiter is the fifth planet of our solar system and obviously the biggest. In fact, this bastard will still be 1.5 times greater in mass, even after combining all the other planets. It takes 11 Earths to cover the diameter of Jupiter. Wow. That's like comparing a horse to my cock. Babylonian astronomers used to calculate Jupiter's positions through geometrical calculations, known to us by their manuscripts. Galileo Galilei found Jupiter through his telescope in 1610, regarded as the first sighting of Jupiter through telescope. Jupiter is estimated to be born 4.5 billion years ago. That is, before our gods were born, and hence, ironically named after Jove, Roman king of gods. Jupiter is so mysterious that our scientists can't stop milking it. But what's happening with it? It led us to Jupiter's beloved storm, the Great Red Spot, known as the most biggest and violent storm of the solar system. This rather weird-looking fella is Robert Hooke, and he discovered Great Red Spot through his telescope in 1664. To study Jupiter and his little one, researchers have been sweating hard by sending satellites and telescopes into space. Like Juno spacecraft, which was launched on 2011 and reached Jupiter's orbit 5 years later in 2016. Voyager 1, Voyager 2, Cassini spacecraft, Gemini Observatory and Hubble Space Telescope dedicated their valuable information despite being sent for different purposes. Unlike narcissistic humans and their dumb population majority, Hubble Space Telescope found the little one is shrinking, and its edge's wind speed has increased during the time period of 2008 to 2020. The question is, what's inside this little one? This leads us to Jupiter's photos took by infrared camera of James Webb Space Telescope. The high-altitude areas are shown in bright shades, and as we can see, the little one is shown in bright white shade, which means it can be as high as 500 kilometers, which means it can rise above International Space Station. Researchers have speculated that the little one will disappear after 20 years. It was regretful to know that our little one will no longer be considered as a landmark to Jupiter's travelers. Anyways, our little one is an anticyclone, which has a wind speed of 432 kilometers per hour, which can be recognized as a fourth category hurricane on Earth. Highest recorded hurricane on Earth is Cyclone Olivia, which has a wind speed of 372 kilometers per hour. Jupiter is a gaseous giant, hence it has no solid friction to stop its hurricane. Not only Jupiter, but other gaseous planets in our solar system contain such storms. But neither of those storms exist for such long time, like our little one, who have been spinning for over 300 years. Like the Great White Spot of Saturn, which keeps disappearing and reappearing every 30 years. And Neptune's Great Dark Spot, which has the supersonic speed of 2,400 kilometers per hour, was discovered on 1989. This fastest wind of solar system later disappeared on 1994. You guessed it, and it reappeared again. These storms keep pulling the disappearance act like every socially awkward man on Earth. Hydrogen and helium gases, which are the main components of Jupiter, are comparatively lighter, hence methane gets down where there is super hot core, due to which methane becomes lighter. On the other hand, due to cold space, hydrogen and helium become heavier, so methane goes up while hydrogen and helium comes down. This cycle repeats because of the hot core of Jupiter, hence creating a anti-clock movement, creating Great Red Spot. Maybe this is the reason why the little one is still spinning. Our little one was an oval-shaped storm which can engulf 3 Earths. Now it has shrinked into a circular storm which can engulf only 1 Earth. James Webb Telescope found that Jupiter have aurora. In Earth, aurora is caused in the atmosphere due to collision of sun's ions with oxygen and nitrogen molecules in the magnetosphere of Earth. Unlike Earth's auroras, which are produced by particles from the solar wind, also unlike Earth's auroras, Jupiter's auroras are permanent and can behave quite differently. Jupiter's auroras are produced due to the constant high-energy electrons from Jupiter's moon Io's atmosphere, which is volcanically active, and also with the help of solar wind. As a popular guy of solar system, there are many gossips surrounding the theory of Jupiter being a failed star. It all started due to the fact that Jupiter's core is the second hottest location in the solar system after Sun's. And another obvious reason is, both our Sun and Jupiter is made up of hydrogen and helium molecules. But the truth is, it takes 75 times more mass than Jupiter's current mass to be considered as a low-mass star. And to be identified as a failed star, it takes 13 times more mass than its current mass. So we can say that Jupiter is not a failed star.
Aww.
We didn't need an extra star, but we needed a defense system, and Jupiter does that perfectly. So, Jupiter was never useless. Except flat earthers, nothing in the universe is useless, nor it is complicated. Now you know, it's simply simple.